Yo, hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Duck Duck Dog here, and today I'm going to be doing a soft reset of my tier lists because in the recent balance patch, everything wasn't really communicated properly, and there was a lot of stuff left out that I wasn't aware of, and I kind of rushed on my 2.0 tier list. That, and I've been giving a lot of kits way too much spotlight that they don't really deserve. So, let's get started. Troll, all the way at the bottom, as usual. Troll is a meme kit. It is not meant to be taken seriously. Literally, it was added in like mid 2014 by Kevin Cool, and he gave it out to a select few administrators. It's just meant to be a joke. It was never really that great. The only reason it was good was because I popularized the campy strategy for it, where you take the Invincible Witch and you just kind of camp and deathmatch and kind of cock jerk around it. But now that's not a strategy anymore. So this kit isn't really viable. I mean, the only good part of it was the witch, and now the witch is broken, so there you go. Knight. Knight is a kit that you can, like, if you go on a normal chest route, open like 20 to 25 chests or whatever, I mean, if whatever your chest route is, you can replace every single piece of Knight with max blitz armor other than the golden helmet that is protection 1. It's just really not that great of a kit. It's all melee. It's just raw melee. It's like the rawest melee that you can find in a kit. There is no utility. It gets golden carrots, iron sword, no special enchantments, no special potions, no mobs. Not even a special enchantment on the sword, dude. It's literally just Unbreaking 1, I believe. It's just a terrible kit, and you're going to end up replacing literally every single item on this kit with another weapon or food or armor piece you get later on. Viking. Where is that son of a bitch? There you go, Viking. Viking is pretty much like a Knight Plus. Let's call it Knight Plus. So Viking is pretty much just a better version of Knight. You get the Prot 3 Iron Helmet and the Prot 3 Iron Boots. But the problem with those two pieces is I see a lot of people will replace them with like Diamond Helmet Prot 1, Diamond Boots Prot 1, and that's because not a lot of people like to keep track of protection values unless the kit is Armorer. Now, if you're playing Viking, it's like, oh, this is on an Iron Boots, Iron Helmet. I'd much rather have like Astronaut Boots on that have Feather Falling 10. Or I'd much rather have like a Snowman helmet on or something with like Projectile Protection 2. It's just, it doesn't really like work, and the boat doesn't work. If you crash land it, like if you crash it against land, it'll break into sticks and wood. Wow, what am I going to do with that? Make a wooden pickaxe? Oh, I can't mine here. Oh no! Like, there's literally nothing good about this kit. Every other Diamond Axe kit in the game outleagues Viking by miles. So, and I'm that's saying something because Horse Tamer's pretty shitty. So let's get started with E tier. Very bottom of E tier, we have Fisherman. Fisherman is just a lot of people like to hype up this kit and say that the fishing rod gives you a better hit reg quality than before, like with a normal weapon. This is false. It actually fucks up your hit reg more because you're left clicking and right clicking at the same time. And when you right click somebody with a rod, it'll hit them, and it may not register your left click. I've had this happen to me multiple times where I'll just die with Fisherman for no reason, even though I seemingly got the same amount of hits on somebody. That and the armor is what I like to call Astronaut Armor, which it's iron boots and full chain. Every other kit with an armor layout like this, like Necromancer or Astronaut, I'm pretty sure there's a third one out there that shares the armor with Fisherman. It's just better in every single way. Like Astronaut has the res, Necro has literally everything. So Fisherman's just a really shitty kit. Let's see, Phoenix. Phoenix is what I like to call a durability kit. You get the bow with 11 to 12 shots that are flame, and you get the sword that is golden, sharpness 1, and unbreaking 1. Now, as you know, Pigman has an unbreaking 10 golden sword, so you're probably never going to break it. I think it's actually impossible in one game of Blitz. And with Phoenix, you're going to fight about 3 to 4 people, and it's going to break. I played this kit a little bit to kind of like test this out, and it does break quite often if you like to PvP. The armor is very terrible, and the only piece you may not switch out are the golden boots that are protection 4. Really, overall, just kind of a shitty kit. You're just going to end up replacing the sword and the bow with something else, so really just a mediocre kit. So we have Diver next. Diver is only viable, as is Viking, on maps with like a lot of water. Now, Diver does everything that Viking cannot do, way just leagues better. You can zoom around in the water, it's awesome. But the only real map that you have viability on with this kit is Cthulhu Island. And the thing is, Cthulhu Island is so big that the odds of you finding some random person in the water is just very low unless you're a crackhead that goes out of your way to use your compass to find people in the water. Which, that's a waste of time. Wouldn't you much rather be doing something productive on the land, like getting the Blitz Star or looting gear? This kit is extremely telegraphed because not every single diamond boot kit doesn't have the armor layout that it does. It doesn't get a golden helmet, diamond boots. If someone sees you next to the water with this kit, and even if your mid pieces are replaced, they're going to know what you're doing. That, and it gets no utility, no mobs, no potions, no special sword effect, just the stone sword, just the boots. So, not too viable. Hype Train 10. A lot of people like to hype up Hype Train, which, of course, hype train, obviously. It is really shitty because it spams your inventory. You just have to throw out a bunch of stuff. It fucks with you more than it helps you. Because if you have items in your hotbar, it'll just like push the items up and it'll fuck everything up. It's just really annoying. Every time I get this kit from random, I just groan because it's really obnoxious. I mean, that kind of spammy items isn't worth the clean iron sword and a fishing rod that you can just go find in a chest. Because although they did decrease the odds of finding a fishing rod, it's still fairly easy to find one. Clean iron sword isn't that worth it. I mean, wouldn't you rather have a sword with like a really good enchantment? Like, just pick warrior, just pick rogue, just pick slimy slime, pick blaze. Blaze has an iron sword and a fire aspect axe. So just a lot of kits that one up this one. Hype Train. I said Hype Train twice. Speleologist gets the mushrooms, and they added more back. Which is bad, actually, because the invincible mushroom was really fucking good, like low-key, because it helped you dodge arrows. If you shifted behind your mushroom and moved like AD with your keys, arrows would bounce off of the mushroom. And now you have just a bunch of spammy mobs running around and fucking you up, and the thing is, like, Spele gets the diamond helmet and the other armor. You're just going to end up replacing this with better shit. Like, if you kill an archer 10 or a meat, 9? Meat 9's diamond helmet is better than Spele's, so there you have it. Really bad kit. So E tier, that's done. Let's see. D starts with Meat Master. Meat Master is a kit that a lot of people like to hype up too, and it's just, I don't understand why. It's literally Speleologist now, except for it gets an iron sword and the diamond helmet is like way better with Prot 4. But the thing is, are you really willing to go a kit that the only viable thing that it owns to the kit name is just the diamond helmet? That's it. That's literally all it is. Prot 4 diamond helmet. Wouldn't you much rather go a viable kit and then kill a meat 10 yourself? That's my argument against this kit. A lot of people are like, dude, but the Prot 4 helmet is so good. Yeah, only when you get it off of another meat 10 that is an idiot for playing that kit. You don't go meat 10 to get that helmet. You kill them to get it. That's how this kit works. But it is better than every kit that's before it on the list. So there you have it. Horse Tamer. So, as you all know, Horse Tamer has been getting beaten down with nerfs since like 2014. Every single time there's an update, it gets nerfed. It's pretty fucking funny, actually. Donkey is better in pretty much every single way. People don't really play Horse Tamer anymore. The horse is bulky, but it does get very low hearts, and it is a slow horse relatively. Like, you can counter Horse Tamer pretty easily. Past that, it doesn't really get much. It gets very low heals for the horse, and it's an all melee kit. So what do you really have there? You have a horse that's going to die in like 3 crits from a sharpness 1 stone, which is pretty common now because XP was buffed. Blah, blah, blah. End of story. Horse Tamer is really just a bad kit. Warlock. So we're all aware of the Warlock strength bug where it was vanilla strength. I think they should have kept this because it made Warlock a viable kit. Without it, Warlock isn't really viable. You drink strength and you really don't see a difference. I think your attack damage goes up by like plus 0.5 from what you had before. Like, I'm not even shitting you. The difference is just extremely noticeable from the old strength. The old strength, it was like a 3-shot with a full diamond. That is actually really badass. But now, you like have to hit someone in full iron 5 times. Not even 5, like 6 or 7. It's crazy. Barely even noticeable. And the opposing diamond chestplate in the game, which is Creeper, is way better than Warlock in every way. and the potions damage you for 3 hearts. Like, drinking a potion not only is telegraphed because the damage tick is like, it's like the hard, like, just fucking the loudest sound in the world. You know, it's, just moving on. We have Tim. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, but let's be honest. The dev team doesn't want Tim to be good. I've come to this conclusion because I keep looking at, like, they nerfed the amount of XP bottles that spawn in chests to buff Tim. It was, like, actually an invisible buff to Tim. But with this recent balance patch, XP bottles give you, like, a level per 2 bottles, which is insane. This doesn't even make Tim better than any other kit either because you're only going to enchant your stone sword. I don't really see Tim 10s, like, enchanting all of their armor. I don't personally, and when you do, it doesn't really matter because it's an all melee kit. And XP is so common now that you can just go on a normal chest route and get the amount of levels that you can get from Tim regardless. So, Tim isn't really good. Every Iron Legging kit in the game is better than Tim. And I just don't even know what to say. It's sad, dude, because Tim is actually fun to play. But anyway, Jockey. So I bought Jockey recently, and I've been playing it a bit, and I realized that the kit is actually way shittier than people think it is. They're like, dude, but 2 mid pieces that are, like, tanky as frick. If you want to have a tanky kit, go Creeper Tamer and go get Chain Leggings. You win. You win. The tanky game is what I like to call it. The mobs don't really work properly. If the mobs teleport to you, most of the time they'll actually glitch off and they will become a separate mob, and that's not what's good about Jockey. If you get a Spider Jockey, you can actually do a lot of damage with that mob, but the thing is they keep separating, and the chicken jockeys just always disconnect. Always, dude. I never get them, and they stay together. It's just terrible. It's really fucking dumb. If you want baby zombies, go Necromancer. Literally, go Necromancer. Get skeletons. You can have baby zombies if you spawn the zombie eggs under an adult. It's awesome. Alright, so last kit on D tier is Red Dragon. Now, they changed the diamond boots from Red Dragon to a diamond helmet. Red Dragon has always been balanced, but I really genuinely I just feel as if the diamond helmet, like giving it a diamond helmet, makes it less viable because every other diamond helmet kit in the game gets protection. And the only reason Red Dragon is above Speleologist by so many spots is because it gets the flint and steel, it gets the magma cubes, and if you get a rod, you're basically playing MCSG. And it gets like decent armor right off the bat. But it's balanced armor. It's not like anything shatteringly broken. It's pretty much a mediocre kit. Not many people know how to play it. I've met like one dude that knows how. And that's all I can say, really. A lot of people won't agree with me with, Red Dragon and Tim placements, but that's how it is. Let's see. Hunter. Yes. All right. So Hunter is a jack-of-all-trades, master-of-none kit where it has pretty much everything you could imagine. Like on paper, it seems really good. It's like, oh my god, you get a stone sword, 2 chain pieces, speed, and a bow with power 1? But you play the kit and you realize, oh, the stone sword's not that great. You could just go warrior or an iron sword kit. The bow is actually mediocre compared to Necro, rogue, ranger, archer. The speed potions are also mediocre compared to the speed kill effect. Literally just the effect is better than Hunter's speed. And the scout speed pots are just infinitely better. I mean, hell, warrior potions are better than Hunter. And, the arrow count is actually extremely low. Ranger's arrow count is higher, and Ranger's bow is infinitely better. So, Hunter is kind of just... It's a glass cannon. That's what Mason called it. It's a glass cannon. We'll call it a glass cannon. So, Wolf Tamer. A lot of people like to talk up this kit, too, because, again, it is, like, basically the parallel to Meatmaster. It's the Prot 4 Diamond Boot kit, whereas Meat is the Prot 4 Diamond Helmet kit. The wolves spawn with extremely low health. Not many people know this, but when you spawn a wolf, it spawns with, like, 0.5 hearts. It's like a one-shot. You have to feed it steak or raw beef or, rotten flesh to get the health up. That and the rotten flesh isn't even that high of a count in the kit anyhow. In like 2 fights, all of your wolves will be dead. I see like maybe a dozen Wolf Tamer players in the game that actually feed their wolves. Everyone else just spawns them, you kill them instantly. Really not that great of a kit considering it's all melee past the wolves, which again spawn with very low health. Let's see, Florist. This kit got a buff, but a lot of people don't realize that a golden helmet upgrade from a leather helmet is literally half of an armor bar. I don't know if you guys know that. It's a pretty balanced kit. Like, if you hit someone, you may not get the chance to get thorns, but if you do get thorns on them, you could actually win the fight off of it. But it's very rare that this happens. Like, very rarely I'll have, like, Florist save me, unironically. Past that, it gets the Poppy with knockback 1 for no reason. I have no idea why that's in the kit. Then you get the Diamond Axe, which, like I said, a lot of Diamond Axe kits one-up other Diamond Axe kits. It's just as simple as that. But, yeah, that's that kit. Then we got Blaze. Oof, Blaze. Blaze is kind of a 50-50 kit. You flip a coin, kind of like Florist. You flip a coin, and it's like, I'm going to spawn my Blazes, and either they hit every single shot like they are a goddamn COD sniper, like that's just the highest rank, like you're literally you're phasing on them, or they're retarded. The Stone Axe with Fire Aspect 1 is really good for someone that's running away from you, but can you get within range to hit in the first place? Opening up a fight with the Stone Axe isn't that great of an idea, because a lot of people can just combo you through it as your hotkeying to your Iron Sword. I've had this happen to me so many times, because I've played Blaze for like years, or I used to. And even then, when it was a different item for the Fire Aspect weapon, it was still the same concept. The Iron Sword is, of course, a good item that a lot of people like to have. A 6 attack damage weapon is formidable, but past that, what does the kit really get, right? The armor's not that amazing. All right. Let's see. Donkey Tamer, yeah. So Donkey Tamer got nerfed, and in my old tier list, I had it literally like 3rd place or something, which I disagree with now because they did a really grand job of nerfing it. You can't get a Flame Bow, you can't get a Power 3, you can't get Infinity, you can't get Diamond pieces unless it's a helmet or boots, but you can still get Iron pieces. You can still get an iron leggings, Iron chestplate, all that stuff. So the kit is still very tanky, and the Donkey is still RNG, so it's just immediately better than Horse. It just speeds around still, so still a decent kit. I think they balanced it. It's not like that great anymore. But yeah, let's see. Arachnologist. So Arachnologist is an extremely neutral kit. It's got the spiders, it's got the good armor, and you know what? I always kind of slept on this kit, and I'm like, oh, this kit is bad, but it's actually pretty reliable. You get the, it's like chain leggings, iron boots, iron helmet, iron sword. You get the spider mobs. The spider mobs are actually pretty helpful in getting away. I always kind of shit on this kit for that, but they are weak, and that's why it's going to go like pretty much on C. It's like pretty much just a balanced kit. There's not much else to say about it. Let's see. Armor. Now, everybody in the game thinks this kit is so good, dude, but every single time I queue armor, it feels like you're fighting for your life every time. There's no utility. You just get the armor. You get no weapon. It is the most basic and boring kit in the game. Anybody who plays this kit eventually, like that I know of, ends up telling me, hey, this kit is like boring as fuck. It is just a snoozer kit. That and the effects of the projectile protection on the helmet is a coin flip, and the fire protection on the leggings don't work that great when you're actually like in lava or you're getting caught on fire a lot. Well, not getting caught on fire. If you're in lava, it doesn't work that well. That and the protection in general is a coin flip. If someone crits you, there's a good chance that it'll just do the full damage of the crit like you're wearing basic leather. Just kind of a coin flip kit. A lot of people will disagree, but just, so many people overhype this kit. Stop. Just stop it for good. Astronaut. I always slept on this kit as well. I kind of said that this kit isn't that great, but now it has the Prot 2 boots. It has the Feather Falling 10. And the other day I was playing and I drank a res pot and I realized just how long 16 seconds is. That is so ridiculously long, and it gets 4 of them and full chain and a stone sword. Like, bro, this kit is actually really solid when you want to play it right. Like, if you are able to drink your res pots right, in every fight you go into, you can actually get like up to 8 kills with every like res pot. If you use every res pot, you can get 8 kills is what I'm trying to say. So going on to B tier, these are like the decent kits. Hang on. Ah, Jesus. My doggo was like, "Let me out of your room." But anyway, let's get back to the tier list. So Scout. Scout is kind of like, it's like if you're playing an RPG and you're like rogue, you're like a roguish class and you're really weak but you're really fast and you can hit like a lot of people. That's this kit. A lot of the time, you're going to be stuck with a mediocre weapon, and the reason that I'm putting this on the bottom of B tier is because, yes, the speed is astounding. Do you know how fucking long 20 seconds is? It's longer than the speed kill effect itself, which makes this kit so good. If you stack speed kill effect or the res kill effect or something on this kit, you are a monster. That and the regen pots are very viable, and the slowness potions are, they're mediocre, kinda. They're very counterable. They're not as good as like Slime's debuffs or like Shadow Knight's, but debuffs in this game are fucking good now. So, there you go. Very good kit, but the armor is very bad. You don't get a weapon unless you press to it. I think it gets a stone wood axe at press 2. But we're not talking about press 2s. So if you get targeted, you are stuck with jack shit. Guardian. Guardian has been made into an extremely viable kit now. They gave it the Iron Axe, and they gave it the health boost potion gives you 2 extra hearts, and the instant health 2s are fucking amazing. You get 2 of them, I think, and if you drink them, you get like 5 hearts instantly. That's so crazy. That's like that's like the best healing in the game almost. Literally. But the problem with it is they're drinkable, and if someone's running after you and they're playing extremely aggro, like the speed kill effect meta, you are going to just die. You're going to have to like escape from them and drink the health pot, and by the time you've ran for so long, you may just have regened what you wanted to drink off in the first place. So next up is Rogue. Now on my old tier list, like my last one, I believe I had this kit like legitimately 4th or 5th in A tier. The reason I'm putting it down to B tier now is because I realized that Rogue has so many items that allegedly do so much, but they do so little in the long run. Like, I used all 5 uses on a Rogue bow on someone, and the knockback 10 sword, and like I used an invis potion. It just doesn't really do much. But the Iron Sword with knockback 1 is extremely good with the speed 1, and the only reason I'm not putting this kit in A tier is because the speed value is actually different from the invis value. The invis value is 15 seconds, and the speed value is 9 seconds. But, other than that, it's a pretty good gimmick kit. It's the best gimmick kit, probably, of all time. Or right now, anyway. I've always slept on this kit. I didn't really treat it fairly, but pretty decent kit. You can, occasionally the items help you out, but I'm just saying, like, if you spam use them, it's not really that great. You have to do a lot of thinking with this kit. Next up is Paladin. So this kit has burst healing. It's just inherently better than Guardian and Scout, because if you burst those health pots and turn around, boom, fight, you can win against anybody because it shocks them every time. It throws people off. Not a lot of people have the reflexes to snap around and run away from you if you're in the right spot. And a lot of maps have just like blocks that jut up from the ground. It's like fence gates and shit like that. So if you play this kit right, and you play the terrain, you can be a formidable opponent, especially if you're using speed kill effect. But you only get 3 of them, and they only heal 2 hearts, which is 6 overall. So the problem is, and this is what Mason said in his tier list video, I fully agree, you can only use this like in 1 fight, maybe 2. After that, you have to have some shit up your ass to shit out onto someone's face to win with this kit consistently. Creeper Tamer. Every single kit prior to this that tries the whole tanky vibe is beaten out by Creeper Tamer. The Creepers and TNT are excellent for making people panic, and this might be a biased placement, maybe not. I mean, if it was, it'd be an ARS, but if you do a chest route, every single game you will have 8 armor bars, minimally. Every single fucking game you will have at least 8 armor bars, and if you kill people with diamond pieces, you are just more and more stacked. If people are running after you, you can place TNT and make them fuck off, which is like better than literally almost every single kit in the game when it comes to running away. TNT does a massive amount of damage. Creepers, if you spawn them mid-fight correctly, it can fuck with your opponent and make them go flying. Have you guys ever gotten a kill like that? It's like the best thing in the world. But yeah, other than that, though, I mean, once you run out of TNT and Creepers, like, you don't really have much to your, kit. You just have the Stone Sword and the tankiness, which sometimes tankiness gets one-upped by kits like Pigman. Pigman cuts through tank kits like super easily. The sharpness 2 golden sword is like so fucking good because the unbreaking value on it is so high, you're never going to break this. The armor is mediocre, but the harming potions in the Pigman's like one of the best mobs in the game almost. You just get one, but it's got so much health, and you can heal it with 2 harming potions. Like I said, this is a strategy. You can throw a harming potion, run around your Pigman, and hit them from the side, like the slightest pixel, and you can combo them from the left or right of the Pigman, which is extremely fucking good. Let's see. Next up, we've got Snowman. So Snowman was buffed from 32 snowballs to 64. The reason I'm putting this kit so high up is because recently, or playing with Mason so much, has made me realize, and he taught me this, if you spawn a snowman behind you, it will shoot snowballs through your entity. It can actually do that. So it will hit your opponent over and over, and you can get combos on them without using your main 64 snowballs, which is amazing. So if you use snowmen correctly, this kit is like literally like way better than anything Troll could ever do, or any other kit that tries to stall out an opponent and make them like, impatient. But it is all melee, so I really can't put it in A tier, So let's see. Second to first on B tier is Archer. Now, Archer I've always been biased towards. On every single tier list I have, it's like top 5. But if people were to learn how to dodge arrows in Blitz, even if you're a god with a bow, people are dodging like UHC players, because UHC players are just very talented at that for no reason. You have this kit this far up. I don't think it is that far up, because there are a lot of projectile protection kits that just hard counter it. And I don't know. I mean, just a lot of kits kind of counter Archer, but it does shred a lot of people that want to play stupid, so that's why it's this high up. If people weren't, like that, it'd be at the bottom of B tier, but people are, so. Right above Archer is Necromancer. Necromancer is like Hunter. It's a jack of all trades, master of none. It gets what I like to call, again, the Astronaut Armor. It gets a very bad, weird weapon. The Diamond Shovel Sharpness 1 seems good on paper, but when you play it, it's like, ooh, the hit reg on this is kind of cringe, dude. And the damage when you crit is just abysmal. You get like a heart crit on someone. It's just crazy. The mobs are extremely good. If you play Gravedigger with this kit, you're a formidable opponent. You will almost get star every single game if you will go Gravedigger and camp around spawn with it. Because people can barely get around those mobs, And the punch bow is good, but you have to worry about your arrow count, because the arrow count is relatively low compared to like, Hunter, Archer, Ranger, shit like that. So moving on to A tier, we've got Farmer. Farmer, I was really questionable about this. I was actually going to replace Snowman with Farmer, but hear me out. They tripled the egg spawn rate with the chickens, and they halved the egg amount, so now it's 16 that you get in your hotbar right off the bat. I've seen inventories filled with eggs. Now here's what you do. You don't have an inventory that's empty so that it lets you fill it up with eggs. You have one slot that is available for eggs, and you just keep throwing them over and over. You never go below 1, you never empty your hotbar, and you just have maybe 2 or 3 slots even. And it just keeps getting filled up, over and over and over. You don't let it take over your inventory. That's spam. That's annoying. Now, the reason I'm putting it at the bottom of A tier and not like at the very top is because, the armor's excellent, but people can use the eggs against you. They can like follow you around and pick up the eggs, and say a cheater does this. Ooh, you're kind of dead because egg. Oh, toggle on, you're dead. Ha. All right, let's see. Shadow Knight. So this kit is going to come with a miniature tangent in and of itself. Debuff kits are literally some of the best kits in the game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be putting like any debuff kit first, of course, but it's just they're so good, dude. Like the blindness on Shadow Knight, if you blind somebody, doesn't matter what gear they have, you can't see anymore. So if you're not against a corner and the Shadow Knight genuinely just outplayed you, you're dead. And the helmet gives you like kind of a pseudo feather falling effect. Like it doesn't actually give you the sheer value of feather falling, like 4 or 5. It kind of gives you a knockoff of it. So it's like more like feather falling 2 or 3. But it's still really good. You can like jump on people and actually Batman the shit out of them. It's crazy. But yeah, this kit's just extremely good. You get 3 guaranteed kills no matter the gear if you can crit them out in time. 10-second blindness is devastating. Slimy Slime. Following up with Shadow Knight. Now, Slimy Slime slowness pots are actually way more reliable. And The projectile protection on the kit actually makes it so that this kit is completely, like, it completely counters bows. The Diamond Axe with knockback 1 is, in my opinion, a better version of Rogue's Iron Sword with knockback 1 because of the items that follow up with slime. You can use the slimes to kind of fuck with people and annoy people, but they're kind of useless. The slowness potions are, actually pretty devastating to people because it counters a super aggressive playstyle, and Blitz is super aggressive, so kits that do that are very, very good, and that's what you're pretty much seeing so far from A tier is kits that are very good at doing that. Next up, we've got Reaper. Now, Reaper is a force to be reckoned with, and I am so happy because Reaper was so shit before. It was like literally bottom 5. It was one of the worst kits in the game, but now, if you throw a Wither Pot on somebody, it does like 5.5 hearts. It is crazy, and Wither 3 can kill somebody. It can kill someone. That's crazy. If you hit 2 Wither Potions on someone, they are dead. If someone's playing super ignorant against you, boom, you kill them. Weapon is kind of weird. The Scythe gets like really weird hit reg in my opinion, but you can just replace it with another weapon. It doesn't matter. It's the pots that matter. And the saturation potions are just fucking god tier. Right. So I'm putting Toxicologist above Reaper. This kit is pretty damn fucking awesome, good, god tier shit. It's like it's like Reaper, but it's just way more reliable. You get the toxic pots, the poison. There are 5 of them, and you get 3 regens. So it actually one-ups every single debuff kit because it gets the healing. The sword is very basic. The armor is, decent, but the poison pots and the regen pots are the carry. If you use these right, you will win most of your games. It's kind of crazy. All right. Top of A tier is Ranger. Now, I've had a dilemma like this for a while. I've always asked myself, is Ranger or Archer better? I've come to the conclusion that Ranger is better by far. You can actually win in any deathmatch with that is either A, borderless, or B, it's kind of like circular. You can actually win in any DM if you're smart with this kit. If you save up arrows till deathmatch and you have about a stack, maybe a stack and a half, as little as like 48, you will basically instantly win if you land like maybe even 60% of your shots. This kit is unpunishable, and it makes people so infuriated. If you chain shots on somebody, they will go flying. If someone drinks a whole scout speed potion and they run up to you, you can counter that 20 whole seconds of speed with 2 ranger shots, 2 arrows. That is insane. One of the best kits in the game. All right, third is Gollum. Gollum is a very good kit, very good healing kit, but I've kind of been overhyping it for so long. It's not the best kit in the game. It's pretty obvious which one is, but it is very good. You can use the pots to have a very fluid PvP style, or you can have a defensive play style. You pretty much win in any bow fight because of the absorption. It's like a better Guardian. And you can eat the Gapple. It goes up in hearts. Absorption pots. Instantaneous 2 hearts. It gives you about, I think, 8 hearts of healing or 10? Fucking crazy kit. And the weapon is insanely good. Only thing is the armor is mediocre, so if you're targeted off spawn, someone might actually kill you, or you might have to burn off your kit items. So that's the only downside to this kit that I can see. Second place is Warrior. Now, Warrior is the easiest ultimate kit to get if you're a new player. Phoenix is if you're a donor, but, Warrior, oh my god, Warrior. Ooh, so good. It gets the speed 1, it gets the regen 1. It is, like, pretty much, it's Baker B-, because it gets the regen 1. It doesn't get the res, though, but you could use the res kill effect to stack that onto Warrior. Warrior just has so many playstyles for a kit that seems so bland. Like, on paper, this kit is bland as fuck. But in the game, it's so good, and so many people use it. Like, you don't even deny it. Like, if someone gets into the game, like, they need to get Warrior. They seriously do. This kit is insanely good. I've slept on this kit so much. I've been putting it in B tier. I think I put it in C tier when it came out. And, like, I think the worst I put it was, like, bottom of A. Dude, this kit, second best in the game. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. Gets really fucking good armor, too. All right, let's see. Baker, best kit in the game. No argument about it. Everybody knows it. It's been the best kit in the game for a while. It gives you regen 1, res 1. Doesn't matter, like, it gives you 3 potions. This wouldn't be the best kit in the game if it didn't give you the Gapple, because it gives you 2 absorption hearts and the absorption effect initially, which reduces amounts of damage. And then it gives you the regen from the Gapple, and then you get the Baker Pots, which you can combine with the Gapple, and you can win pretty much against anybody if you have if you have like 6 armor bars and you Baker Pot, you have like equivalent to 8 armor bars. It's insane. They did lower the value, the time value to 8 seconds, but that's really not detrimental to the kit. It's still so fucking good. So if you do one decent chest route with this kit, you are kind of unstoppable. You can use 1 potion per fight and just win. And then you can use the Gapple later on against somebody that got you low. It's just such a fluid kit. So many ways you could play it. It's ridiculous. Anyways, that's my tier list. If you guys, agreed, make sure to leave a like and comment what you are shocked about in my tier list, or what you disagree with or what you agree with. I love your opinions, guys. Give them. Okay, it helps me think about what I got wrong. But I do think this is a pretty damn solid list. I'm going to look over it later, but I'm pretty proud of what I've managed today. I avoided being biased towards like Archer and Creeper. I was pretty fair towards them. But yeah, so see you guys around.